Hi there, my name is Morgan Alemy and I am a North Carolina licensed real estate broker with Keller Williams Connected. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I created this channel to help people learn about the buying and selling process and what real estate could mean for them. My husband and I became home owners about a year and a half ago. It was an incredible experience, and I can't wait to help people make that next step to home ownership or move on to the next chapter of their lives. If you have any questions about real estate that you'd like answered in future videos, make sure you drop them in the comments down below. For the first video on this channel, I wanted to do a little introduction to myself. Like I said, my name is Morgan, and I have always loved helping people. I've always just liked being around people. In fact, when I was in college, I decided to study history because it is the story of people's lives. It's not just about dates and places. It's about actual real people who have lived before us, who we can learn so much from. I was definitely that kid in middle school who would delay the field trip bus because I just wanted to read every single description of all of the artifacts in the museum. I've just been so fascinated by detail and wanting to soak up everything that I can learn about other people's lives. My dream was to work at an art gallery after I graduated college, and I actually had a job lined up. But unfortunately, I graduated in the middle of the pandemic, and institutions like that were on a hiring freeze. I had to make a very quick pivot and ended up as a customs broker at a logistics company. If you don't know what that is, you are not alone. I had never even heard of this field before I agreed to do it. Essentially, my job was to help importers pay their taxes to the US government. It's an incredibly fast-paced environment. Large sums of money are being constantly passed, and it's incredibly time-sensitive. I would work 12-hour days, I had 3 monitors set up, and I got to collaborate with people all across the world to come up with creative solutions. I learned so much from my time as a customs broker, and I had an incredible team working with me. But after about a year in that field, I decided to go into campus ministry full-time. That means that I help college students grow in their faith life. I get to have awesome conversations with college students about, who do they think that they are? Who do they believe that God is? What are their hopes and dreams for the future, and how might faith play a part in that? I was really blessed to receive good mentorship when I was in college in regards to faith. And so it's been such a joy to be able to give back to students who are learning how to be adults, who are becoming more of the men and women who God created them to be. Relationships are central to ministry, and they're also central to real estate. Real estate is so much more than just a business transaction to me. I know how incredible it is to be able to buy your first home and all the dreams that come with that, all the opportunities that are now opened. And it would be such an honor to accompany you on your real estate journey, whether you're looking to buy your first house or you're looking to sell your 5th house. I know that the real estate market can be difficult to understand. There's so many questions that come up, and that's really why I wanted to create this channel, to be that source of reliable education about real estate. The slogan that I've chosen is "Your advocate for a peaceful move." Now, I use that word peace very intentionally because moving can be so very hectic. And I want to help protect you so that you are able to focus on the things that are most important. The relationships that you will be able to create, the community that you are going to build, that next best decision for your family. Real estate touches all of those different aspects of your life and more. And so I want to be in your corner, handling those details, negotiating for you really strongly, and helping set you up for success in your next chapter. I wanted to share a little bit about my husband and me and how we met and what home ownership has meant to us. We're both originally from New Jersey, and we started dating when I was in high school. We dated long distance in college and then got married my senior year. We decided that the South would be the place to begin our life together. And so we packed up everything from our childhood homes in this little Hertz van and road tripped down to the Carolinas. All of our earthly possessions were in a great big pile in the middle of the living room of the townhouse that we rented. It was so exhausting, especially because we had to return the little van back to New Jersey that same week. So we had a lot of quality time together during that moving process. And although it was tiring, it was so invigorating. We were beginning our lives together and there was so much to look forward to. And we learned that, proactive communication, attention to detail, and keeping really good records made that process more smooth. I also want to share that first townhouse that we rented was such a godsend. I had been touring different apartments and townhouses for weeks, trying to find where would be a good place for us that we could afford that was safe. And that townhouse was the last place that I visited that day. I signed the paperwork within minutes of somebody else coming in wanting to rent that exact same location, that same unit. Now, that could have been a moment for panic, for fear. Oh my goodness, for competition. Oh my goodness, I almost lost this. But in reflecting on that experience, I know that it was an invitation to trust the Lord. That He had a place for my husband and me, and He also had a place for the people who wanted the same unit. There is a home for you. You are loved and you are cared for. And as your real estate agent, I would just help you find that solution and try to remind you that we will find a way forward. That's why I'm so passionate about this field, because real estate agents get to be confidants, get to be emotional support, get to provide clarity on a business that seems to have new things come up in it all of the time. The experience my husband and I had moving to our first home went much more smoothly. We were only moving from South Carolina to North Carolina, and so the smaller geographical change was definitely helpful, but we also had an awesome realtor named Dana. She answered all of our questions and was so very patient with us. I can't wait to be able to help people in that same way. My husband and I closed on our home the week of Thanksgiving. And so that year we did not have a great big home cook celebration. I'm pretty sure we just had takeout and we were surrounded by boxes and furniture that was in the wrong room. But it was so beautiful to be able to dream together, to have that special memory of our first holiday in our new home. I'm actually filming from our backyard right now, and it is so cool to be able to say that this is our backyard. This is our space that we use to entertain, where we enjoy the sunshine together and we get to listen to the birds and just sit and meditate. I love the fact that I'm going to be able to ask people questions about what lifestyle they want to live and how I would be able to help you find the best fit for you and for your family. My contact information is below, and I would love to be your advocate for a peaceful move. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.